Lacey, thanks so much. Every Thursday here on Newsnight at 9, we go in depth with the Oklahoma City Police Chief Wade Gourley.
This week, we're talking about their all-new traffic safety unit. How does it work? Here's Lisa Monahan.
Every week, we chat with Oklahoma City Police Chief Wade Gourley about issues facing our city. And this week, we're talking about the new traffic safety unit, which has just rolled out at the beginning of the year. It's changing the way officers have been doing traffic stops for the last 4 decades. We've received a lot of your questions about how to help enforce these traffic issues. So what's the goal of this program? How's it working?
So the biggest thing out of this program is that this is coming from the request of the public. Every year in our resident survey, residents in Oklahoma City want to see more traffic enforcement. Also, too, if you look at what's been going on in our community, our traffic fatalities have been going up and up for the last several years. We had 97 fatalities last year. And our citations and traffic enforcement has been going down. We haven't changed our approach. We were handling traffic the same way we did when I joined the police department in 1989. We hadn't made any real significant changes. So it's just like we approach violent crime in the way that we've changed in how we do that, using more intelligence and analysts. We're going to be doing the same thing with this traffic safety unit and focusing our traffic enforcement areas in parts of the city where we're seeing the most accidents and fatalities.
And so how will you be doing it differently?
So the biggest thing is we're working on hiring an analyst to make that part of the unit. We've restructured the unit and put all of our resources under one umbrella for this traffic safety unit. Before, we had our motorcycle officers in one area in a different command, and then we had our fatality accident squad investigators in a different command. And also, too, we're beefing up our drug recognition program. The Highway Safety Office has informed us that they're going to give us a grant to fund a position that'll be our DRE coordinator, and so, which is our drug recognition, because we're seeing more impaired drivers due to marijuana and prescription drugs and other things like that. And so we want to be able to target that more efficiently, too.
Now, I know that this just began with the start of the year, but what are the results so far from this operation? So
we just, we recently did one operation, and it was in an area that we had gotten a lot of complaints, and there were had also been a lot of accidents. I can't remember the amount of tickets they wrote. I think it was 40-something citations that they wrote in just a short period of time that they were out there, and these were all, you know, there were things like running a red light and speeds and other things that can be really dangerous in the causation of accidents. Our plan is to do 2 of those a week. Of course, the weather's been hampering us a little bit, but we'll always announce where we're going to be, and it'll be very focused. And what is really interesting about this is when we posted that we were doing this, the community feedback on our social media was so positive. You'd think, you know, oh, here they go writing tickets. But the community was glad to see that. They want people slowing down, and they want them being safe.
And this isn't an undercover operation. I mean, you're letting people know, and you have marked cars out there.
Absolutely, yeah, we're out there in marked units with our motorcycle officers. We will use some low-profile vehicles as well, but everybody's going to know, you know, that we're out there and we're trying to make a difference. And part of this too, I think the most important thing is, you know, Sergeant Megan Burke in 2022, September of 2022, was killed by an impaired driver who had also been involved in a previous fatality before he killed her. And so this is important to us, and it's important to our community, and we don't, you know, we want to reduce traffic deaths.
Well, we hope you have some success with the program. We'll check back in on its success later in the year. Thanks for being with us this morning. If you have a question for the Chief about this issue or any other issue facing our city, you can send an email to chatwiththechief@griffin.news. We'll see you next week.